Welcome to the Memory Lane project. This is a project we did in the year about 2003, and it was the only one which really focused on the memories of people from the immediate area around the Reminiscence Centre. We put notices in the window inviting local people to come in with their photographs and memories, and we copied these onto a community archiving system, and we also recorded people talking in depth about their experience of growing up in the village of Blackheath, which really was a village and still is, and it's also where I've lived myself now for 40 years, at the time for about 30 years, and so I had a particular interest in this project and the opportunity to interview a lot of my neighbours whose real stories I hadn't known before. Other people involved in the interviews, particularly Claire Summerskill, helped in the development of the show, and Claire and I co-wrote the script. We had very experienced performers on this production, and it was extremely popular. It actually played all over London because the memories resonated with people from different parts of London. They had their own comparable experiences and could identify with the show. You will find, I hope, on the archive some recorded group interviews which we were able to video, in which a group of older people came together who had all grown up in the same street. In some cases they hadn't seen each other for many, many years, but their memories of the 1920s and 30s and the post-war years were very, very sharp and were stimulated by hearing memories from one another. So we sat around the table and shared stories with people who had known each other so well as children, and the memories came tumbling out. And three of those neighbours who had in particular informed the play, we built the play around their stories, three central characters. And those three people, Olive Amos, Doris Bliss and Bernard Bigginton, also worked with artists and created memory boxes about their lives, and we're going to include some of that footage of them speaking about their memory boxes and their memories in this archive. The play also played to the local primary school, which was on the same street as the street where these contributors lived, a street near the railway in Blackheath. And at the time when they were children, when the contributors were children, this was just water meadows at the end of the street. But now it's the home of John Ball Primary School, and the children met some of the prime contributors to the project, and they made their own play, their own interpretation of the stories they heard. The play itself was actually one of my favourites of all that we did. I'm sorry there isn't a book with it, but there are these wonderful transcripts and audio recordings of the people we interviewed, and I hope you enjoy going down memory lane.